Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for update 106 of Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. We're going to start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure speakers aren't up too high. Let's get it. Boom! Ah, wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, we have got a brand new and revamped Meatmas Snowglobe that is going to be the host of all of our holiday goodness this year. And well, I think to go with it, we definitely have to. Perfect. Return our holiday overture. So I've wanted to do this now for a couple years running because the original Meatmas Snowglobe is a little long in the tooth, and I built it before I knew what I was doing from a performance standpoint. So here it is, reimagined. Let's get some height on this. As you can see, as we run over here, oh my goodness, what is that? Why, it's an enormous hot dog because we are actually in a little snow globe sitting on a table. Hashtag blurst. So yes, we've got a whole scene here. We've got a train going by. I was a train kid, so I've been waiting to do that forever by the wonderful artist Danny. Did that train for us, our enormous coffee mug. So this scene is going to host our Meatmas Advent calendar this year, where over the course of the month, from December 1st through December 24th, I'm going to be doing a daily update on the Meatmas branch, where I go and hide an Advent box somewhere in this scene, and you've got to go find it to find the day's new thing. And I'm going to be adding a bunch of other stuff over the month, basically on Fridays. I'll both do sort of like a pooled update for each Friday, where all the Advent boxes, if you're not on the Meatmas branch, go in, but I'm also going to be adding some more things to this scene. Let's spawn lock that. Let's actually come back down here. In addition to some festive stuff here, let's, gotta grab ourselves a better gun. What are we in the mood for? I'm so indecisive. I haven't used you enough. You are a gorgeous looking one. We have ourselves a reimagining of the spawn panel that is in the original Snowglobe. So this is basically set up as an auto spawner. I've configured about 100 spawn points around the level where Sosas can spawn. We can pick a maximum population size, a group size we want for each spawn group, how fast they spawn, how much life we have as the player, and we can just manually spawn some groups. So I can just turn this on here. Wonderful. And, you know what? I would love a suppressor so that I can better enjoy this music. Better get it on fast, though. I bet they're coming in. Oh, here we go.
Quick, let's all aim like it.
There we go. Oh, got the one over there. I think I heard one over here. So yeah, the level actually has a surprising amount of verticality to it. Ooh. I wrote the spawning logic as much as possible to make it so that they never spawn inside of you. Oh, they can definitely ambush you though. Oh man, what is with the flashes? Boom. Ah, wonderful. And of course, if you would like... fight our way back to the spawn. Oh. Ooh, through the tree. Bam. Come back over here. Momentarily turn off auto spawn and clear them all. If you do want some different music than just the overture. Oh wait, it didn't clear them. Jerk. Wouldn't be a devlog without a bug. We can change the music. I've got the various Gronch's Christmas songs in here from a couple years ago. I don't know why the auto spawn isn't turning off. It's a very Graunchy thing to happen. Any more? Yep, there's more. Pull.
Time to take the load off.
And the Cap Coliseum music's in here as well. If you want something a little more action-packed. Yeah, I do not know why the auto spawn isn't turning off. Oh, maybe it's because the clear all SOSIGs button is not making any sound. So, must be a bug. Anywho, enough of that. We may just have to tolerate being attacked for the rest of this. Oh. So yeah, my hopes with the whole scene is that it ends up proving to be an enjoyable sort of free-form, sort of sandboxy combat scene for you folks, in addition to just being a chill place to plink, a place for us to try out all of our new Meatmas goodies this month. And as I mentioned before, there's a couple other things that I want to... You'll notice there are a couple sort of conspicuously empty plinths in this scene, and that is because I've got some stuff planned for each of them that's going to be going in on, let's see what that would be, on the 2nd, which is a Friday, the 9th, and then the 16th. So yeah. Let's jump out of VR and talk about a couple more things. Yo! So we're out of VR. No, I am not wearing a white glove as some sort of strange pop star-esque fashion statement. I'm actually a little behind on stuff for Meatmas because in the grand Thanksgiving tradition in America, the night before Thanksgiving, I burned my hand quite badly. So this is a burned hand covered in ointment all over here and the cotton glove on. I did that thing where you cook a dish in a metal pan in the oven, and then you take it out, and then like a couple minutes pass and you completely forgot that pan was in the oven and go to grab it, and I just completely grabbed a steaming hot pan. So a few second-degree burns later, it's been a little challenging to basically use a computer for the past 2 days, as though I've had a mitten on. But we soldier on nonetheless. Nothing will stop me from meaty mayhem. In terms of other stuff in this build, there's just a few bug fixes related to like the HH9's magazine capacity. I rebuilt the sound profile for the R1022, and of course removed the old Snowglobe scene in. I don't keep every legacy scene around in the build because folks ask us sometimes, because every single scene that I keep in lengthens the build process out of Unity. So it takes me longer to do every version of the game and every patch, etc. for every scene, especially if it's a complex scene with a lot of assets. And so it's one of those things that I'm fairly choosy about what I keep in the game. And so this was a case, especially I was doing some performance testing for this version of the scene, and it was just like humming along perfectly at like 3 to 4 milliseconds on CPU and GPU. And I was like, oh, this is pretty great. You know what? I'm going to jump back into the old Snowglobe scene and run the same test, which is basically like I take like a SCAR 17, I put several attachments on it. I put like a suppressor, I put a red dot, I put a drum mags on it, and I basically just hold it facing forward, firing on full auto, looking at the advanced frame timings. And boy, howdy, does that not run well in the old Snowglobe scene. I had forgotten just how terrible performance that scene had. And you might be like, I don't understand. It's an open field with some low poly trees. Why does it run so bad? And the reason has entirely to do with physics. That Snowglobe scene was built before I understood the relationship of cost between mesh colliders and the axis aligned bounds of mesh colliders relative to complex objects in the player's hand with the way that H3 was authored. So that scene was entirely built the old way, and wasn't, because it's like lots of smooth curving sort of ground surfaces and things like that. There was just no way to fix it. So this Snowglobe scene is built entirely the super tedious optimized way that H3 needs to not just fall off of a performance cliff. So, but I'm super happy with it, and I hope you folks all enjoy it. Again, reminder with the daily Meatmas updates that will begin this, I think it's a Thursday? December 1st is a Thursday. So December 1st, probably at like 12:01 a.m. PST, the first Meatmas build will go live on the Meatmas branch. If you don't know what branch means with the game, if you right-click the game in Steam, go to Properties, Betas, there's a drop-down with a couple different sort of like, that's where the alpha and the experimental branch are. For the holidays, there will be another branch called Meatmas that you can switch to. That's the only branch that will get the daily Meatmas Advent Calendar updates. So if you want those, you have to switch to it. Otherwise, if you're like, I don't want Steam updating the darn game every single day for a month, just stick on the main branch. I'll do a release every Friday that'll have the prior sort of Advent Calendar days in it, as well as the sort of additions to the scene. And so you can check them out a bunch at a time. So yeah. Just be aware, if you are on the Meatmas branch doing the daily updates, just because a gun shows up in there does not mean that it's in the item spawner, savable, or can appear in Take and Hold. To make the process of pushing those daily builds faster, basically the daily guns until each Friday update will only be in that scene. They won't be part of H3's larger asset loading system. So I don't have to rebuild the asset bundle for them, which is horrendous to do. And it's like, it's a difference between having a hour-long build cycle and like a 3-hour-long build and testing cycle. And the second of those, I cannot do that every day for 25 days straight and remain sane. So I have to accommodate the smoothest way to get this content to you every day, which is restricting it to those scenes, to the Snowglobe for the daily builds. So yeah, I think that is about it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the Snowglobe team. There's probably a bunch of glitches still in it. Like I have not been, I've had a burned hand. I've done very little. I've gotten a little bit of help with testing on it, but I haven't had much time to test the scene yet because I can't really hold a VR controller in this hand very well right now. So I will get to any collision issues as just put them in the bug report section of the Steam forum, and I'm hoping that any sort of like little gotchas and issues with the scene are things that I can get tuned up before December 1st occurs and we actually have the beginning of the Advent Calendar. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this scene out this early. So that is about it. I hope you folks are all having for those of you who celebrate it, having a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I hope none of you are like, strangling family and such. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you folks all react to our Meatmas Advent Calendar starting on the 1st. It's going to be an absolute blast. So yeah, I will see you all later. Have a wonderful weekend. See you soon. Peace.